I'm Jason Chaffetz in for Laura Ingraham, and this is a special edition of the Ingraham Angle. President Biden just spoke about the horrific attacks in New Orleans. For reaction, though, we're going to go to Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise, who's also the House Majority Leader. Leader Scalise, you just heard the President of the United States. This is your home state of Louisiana. The people of Louisiana have been devastated. What's the latest from your perspective?
Well, Jason, there's still a lot of information we're trying to get, but we know that there are what it seems like are 4 people at large that were part of this, putting IEDs out in other parts of the French Quarter down around Bourbon Street. I hope they are quickly apprehended. Obviously, there's going to be a very strong presence in the city of New Orleans through tomorrow's football game. They're going to postpone the game, which I thought was a good decision to wait and assess just what really is going on. I mean, you know, you saw this attack. It doesn't appear to be one person acting alone. That's one of the things we know. I think, you know, what the president said about the resilience of the people in New Orleans is accurate. You know, look, I went through Katrina and, you know, we watched the people of New Orleans. We're a tough people. We're going to come back through this, but it's difficult. I mean, the loss of life still goes up. It's 15 now dead and still many struggling, fighting for their lives. So, you know, my prayers go out to those who lost their lives and their families, you know, the police officers who acted bravely to bring down the suspect, but were also shot. We're praying for their full recovery as well. So, you know, a lot of information. I just hope that the FBI and all the agencies involved are fully candid every step of the way. You know, you did see the FBI this morning saying it was not a terrorist attack, which was premature. So, you know, let's use facts. Let's be candid all the way through this, and then get to the bottom of it and apprehend these remaining suspects.
Well, along that line, Leader Scalise, I think there's, with all due respect, I think Governor Landry gives me a lot of confidence in having his pulse on the, you know, his finger on the pulse. But the police chief in New Orleans is another situation. And then to have the FBI come out and say it's not a terrorist attack and then have to reverse that. I don't understand why the starting point is, oh, yeah, we got more, you know, 10 dead. At least at the time, that's what we thought of. The number has since risen. Why the starting point was, hey, this was a terrorist attack. But you know, I don't know how the people in Louisiana are reacting, but from afar watching it, the police chief and the FBI aren't giving us a whole lot of confidence at this point.
Well, I mean, look, the driver had an ISIS flag in his truck, Jason. You know, Governor Landry is a strong leader. I was glad that he was on the scene and immediately offering all of his support to the mayor, Mayor Cantrell, and, you know, and all the other agencies that are now involved. Of course, FBI will run point on this, as well as DOJ, but the other agencies, not just the New Orleans Police Department, there are other local law enforcement agencies that are helping as well. But I think what people want are candid answers. You don't need to sugarcoat this. You know, if there's some uncomfortable things we find along the way, let's get that information out. You know, we've been saying for over a year now that there's likely to be a terrorist attack on our home soil with an open southern border. We don't know if that's the reason, you know, the truck did come across the southern border, but, you know, we just know that we have to be on a higher alert. And all these agencies need to be not just on a higher alert, but need to be candid with the public about what they find.
Well, Congressman, our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to the people in New Orleans. Good people shouldn't have to go through this, and God bless those families that lost a life, people in the hospital fighting for their lives. Thank you so much for joining us, and have the best New Year you possibly can, despite these developments today. Appreciate you joining us.
God bless. Thank you, Jason.